On this episode of Money Shift Garage, progress on the Trans Am. It's got a rear end again. So I bought a assembled fuel pump for the Trans Am because I broke my fuel pump bucket on the old one. So I got a new fuel pump bucket, new regulator, and the Racetronix 255 liter per hour fuel pump, all assembled from the WS6 store. So let's get that put in there, get the fuel tank back up, and put the rear suspension back together.
I will let you break the 2000s plastic. I want nothing to do with it. I'm not learning my lesson.
You were trying to clean it. That's the funny part.
I was like,
Coney adjustables. They're gonna save us about 2 pounds and give us more traction for the whole shot. All right, guys. So we got the rear end in the Trans Am. The lower control arms in. This beautiful Hawks Motorsports Ford 8.8 in here. We got 410 gears in here, Eaton True Track, 33 spline axles. They put the ARP lug studs in it for me. She's all set up for the 4-channel ABS. Basically bolt in, got the rear sway bar mounts already on it, got all the bracketry for the 4th gen suspension. They weld a nice beefy plate up here for your torque arm. My Coney shocks in here. So far that's all we got. It's kind of just mocked up right now. We gotta figure out some brake lines, some wiring for the fuel pump, get the heat shields put in here. So we're probably gonna have to drop it back down a little bit at least. Like I said, we gotta take some of it back apart. This is just kind of a mock-up. But here we go. Alright, my goals now are to modify this bracket to fit over this bigger axle tube, make a bracket for this end, and get the brake lines figured out. Then we'll wire the fuel pump, put some gas in it, make sure that works before I put those heat shields and stuff back up in here. All right, guys. Lots of time lapse. There's quite a bit more fabricating and stuff I had to do to this thing than I thought. So I had to cut these apart here and widen them out a little bit to make them work. These are the brackets for the brake line and the e-brake cable. We got both of those done. I had to make a bracket for the brake lines up there. So we got that, and then while I was down here, went ahead and tied my subframe connectors into where the tunnel mounted torque arm will be. The other one is out there drying. So yeah, we got the brake lines all on. It's just kind of hanging here for now because we're getting ready to let it down and test or put some gas in this thing. Test all this stuff, make sure we don't have any leaks. Make sure my fuel pump works. I guess I gotta connect my power wire first under the hood. I haven't done that yet. But we'll hook that up, put some gas in it. We'll start it. It doesn't have any exhaust on it, so it's gonna be loud. But start it, check for leaks, make sure all that stuff's happy. Then we'll take it back up and we can fully assemble this thing finally. So here we go. I can edit stuff out if we don't want it in there. Alright, let's hear. Does it make noise? Oh, we need keys.
Yeah, we do. There is no keymaster, only Zool.
Only Zool.
Oh, I didn't notice the dash edition.
Oh, the paint match?
Yeah.
That's been like that. I love it.
You bought it that way? I hear it.
Fuel pump,
quiet.
leak check. 1.
Here, let me turn it on and you listen, but I think I hear it.
Well, if it's working, it'll start. Oh, okay, I pushed the clutch. Dang it.
Just sit down in there.
I'm trying.
It's the third pedal on the left.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh my goodness. Woo, crackle pop.
Open
Rice
headers.
Krispies.
Open cats.
Open cap, yeah.
Any leaks?
Nothing. Not even a dribble.
Nothing. That means... Up in
good.
the air it goes.
Put it back together.
I was really just hoping... Yay!
Progression.
I was really hoping we didn't have those issues.
Financial debt. Labor of love.
Yeah, I was really hoping we didn't have those issues. Heart attack. I literally just went and got Ruby a new phone. I was like, oh Lord.
So what we get done tonight?
Well, we finally got all the suspension in this bad boy. Got my BMR lowering springs, or panhard bar.
Why'd you do away with the old lowering springs?
It had E-Box Sportline springs on it, and it was just way too low.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like way too low.
A little bit of grind and dirty, or?
It came up and...
Oh man.
Yeah.
What happened there?
It was low!
Fair enough.
On the ground, slammed.
God bless eastern and western Nebraska for railroad tracks and potholes, and
I'm surprised the power steering worked at all.
it's still there. It's participating, and knowing is half the battle. But hey, what do we got here? We got a little bit of...
We finally got the torque arm in after 2 hours and 3 guys and a ratchet strap and muscle and transmission jack.
Wow.
Luck.
488, making it shake and quake. Wow.
Yep. You know, the GM rear ends, they don't know how to make one, I guess.
Chevy makes it power, Ford makes it move.
Yep.
Interesting.
That's the way it's got to be some days. We could have put a 12 bolt in it. I could have ordered a 12 bolt.
We could have, but why go back in time?
Exactly. Plenty of parts out there for these 8.8s, so nothing wrong with those.
So we get the rear end a little bit more buttoned up here. We got some more things to zip tie and tie up, and
Got our wheel speed sensors, our parking brakes. We got to put the shoe for the parking brake in, all that fun stuff. But we're calling it a night. We'll get her put back together here soon.
long day, few curse words,
Yeah.
couple of scratched knuckles, couple of bloody knuckles, but all worth it in the labor of love. WS6 coming your way.
Now, what do you have for us?
I myself have a 2013 Chevy Caprice PPV. A little bit, same song, different verse, all aluminum, 6.0, L78, I want to say, or L77. 76, I believe, was the cast block.
Maybe.
Same song, different verse, all the same AFM, Bologna, whatever you want to call it.
This thing's too old for that nonsense.
Yep, drops lifters, and it's a bad time. But
Yeah.
either way, GM was just telling us,
To put a cam.
buy this, put a cam in it.
Yeah.
You could do better. Here's the tools you need to do better.
Perfect.
But it's a pretty good time in the meantime.
So let's go
Also,
check
yeah.
that thing out.
Got the little lady with me, and the little lady with me, and
It's the family vehicle.
yeah. All the fun with a bun, hun.
Ah!
Let's see if we can keep traction where we need it and not lose it where we don't want it.
See what happens. It's just an all stock police car, but you know. Oh well, it's a little dirty. The concrete's a little dirty. She just kind of pushes through them front tires. What do you think about that?
Sick. I'll take it. I'll still take it.
All right. we got the brakes and the wheels and tires and all that fun stuff back on the Trans Am. I gotta pull my torque arm back out of here and trim it up so I can use these other bolt holes to get it a little further away from the tunnel because it's pretty tight up against the tunnel right now. Other than that, just lots of adjustments, and I decided to order a conversion U-joint so I can make it drivable again before I drop the engine and tranny out of it and go crazy. We got a new engine and transmission for it as well. Yeah! All right. So we got the torque arm back in it. Had to cut about that much off of the top up here, so it could go over far enough to get to those other holes. So cut that off, got her back in. Now I'm just waiting on a U-joint, and I got U-bolts coming for the sway bar too, and some lug nuts because I had to grind the tops of my lug nuts off to clear my longer lug studs. So all that stuff's on its way, should be here Monday. Then we get to drive around, do some burnouts with exhaust on her. Hell yeah, brother. All right, so now it's Mad Dash. Got told that there's a Cars and Coffee tomorrow, and this thing, it's pretty much running and driving. So we're gonna try to take her. Gotta slam some grease and some new bushings here. And we'll take her for a rip, make sure everything's gonna act right. All is well. Be going to Cars and Coffee tomorrow morning. All right, she's back. She is still on 7 cylinders. Number 7 has no compression, which is kind of what started this whole build, but she's going to Cars and Coffee tomorrow, as long as it doesn't overheat on this here test drive. Definitely doesn't burn any oil.
Don't burn no oil. Got it.
Alright, it's close to the full. Means we're gonna send it.
He says he's gonna send it. Time for a burnout. Got the O'Reilly chicks out. Hey.
Oh, shit. I don't lose the keys under the seat.
Looks like somebody else did one. Dylan? Was that Dylan?
No, that was that Charger, that supercharged Charger. The one with the purple lights.
Oh. And what are you gonna do besides make the world full of knocks?
Burned some tie off. Cop. Ah! Psych. Well, guys, she passed the test. So, she's going to Cars and Coffee. I'll give you guys a good look around there. Show you all who's there. Here we go. So. That'll do for this episode of Money Shift Garage. Subscribe so you can watch us do more crazy stuff like this. Catch y'all on the next one.